the hell do you have on? So
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Connoisseur's Conversation. Welcome back. It's that time of year, fellas. It's that time of year, ladies. You know autumn has arrived. It's the air. It becomes thicker. The texture of the colors, the wood smoke, everything about this season, the leather jackets, the aged whiskey that we love to bring out, get a little bit more bite to our whiskey, a little bit more bite to our wines. Candlelights against cool bites, and that's the shorter evenings that come with that. Just adorable adoration of a season for me. Birthday season, holiday season. In this season, it's about vanilla. That's what I want to get at today. So often misunderstood in a lot of fragrances, as I come to find out, it can be tailored to, of course, the sugary garnish. And then sometimes it reveals a facet that is the truest form of it, which is the liquid gold. I use that term with so much adoration, as I stated, because to me, in fall, the spice of vanilla is one of the most wonderful scents that you could put on your skin. It's deep. It's resinous, it's seductive, it's powerful, it's vanilla. And in the right hands, in the right particular setting, in the right perfumer's composition, it becomes the most addictive. So tonight, I've curated a list of 12 fragrances in my collection that, of these 12 fragrances, they are the ones that have transformed the way vanilla feel for me in the autumn. So let's talk about these vanilla autumn elixirs. If that sounds like the type of content you think you'll enjoy, pull up a seat, pour a glass, and of course, let's enhance. Everyone, welcome to the Dry Down, the lifestyle channel where we as enthusiasts aspire to enhance and elevate our olfactive sensory experiences through understanding of the different aromas, facets, and nuances of scent, cigars, and wines. I'm your host, Chris. Welcome to today's wonderful experience. This evening, it's all about sophistication, point blank. These are not juvenile vanilla fragrances. These are the ones that have a dark liqueur feel, a golden amber feel, a smoky, woody perfumery feel that is just commanding. These vanillas that command presence, they're the ones that melt into the skin. They're the ones that are molten gold, and they're the ones that when the leaves start to turn the fall, they start to turn the heat up in your love life. The sophisticated style that they are, very sexy compositions. I'm basically here. When I think about the construction and the composition of truly adorable fragrances for the fall, the 12 that I have here, they are going to be the ones that I suggest that you take notes on in this particular video. Because if you want a sexy, alluring, just sexy, unadulteratedly sexy and sensual fragrance, these are the ones for you. Let's get right into the first one on my list at number 12. So first up on the list today, we're going to talk about Mercedes-Benz Club Black. The entry point on this list, it can feel deceptively simple, yet it is a magnetic fragrance. I've put this on several lists since I got this fragrance in my collection. It is one that I have truly come to adore. It is vanilla paired with benzoin and incense. It is not one that is done sleight of hand. It is not one that is done at a cheap price point. It is one that is done at an inexpensive price point for the consumer, but you can tell the quality behind this particular scent profile. Slightly smoky, slightly cola-like affecting vibe. It's smooth, it's unpretentious, and it is one that feels like the comfort of a leather car seat. The interior warm with that sunlight that comes through in that glow of the fall when you're headed up the coast. This is it. This is one, think of this as the opening toast to a situation, the accessible to luxury, the accessible to a surprise depth of vanilla. Sexy, sensual, alluring, one of the best and brightest stars in perfumery. When you think about what it is for price point comparison and think about a scent profile, Club Black from the House of Mercedes is one that you have to get your nose on. Next up on the list, without a doubt, let's talk about one of the best, bold, resinous, sexy, shrouded in spice and smoke style vanillas that you can find. This is Chiron from the brand of Tiziana Terenzi. It's filled with this sexy drama. It's velvet curtains, it's candle wax glowing. It's just the sexiness of an evening out fragrance. The vanilla in this one is thick and resonant, like I stated. It's more like wooden, like this woody, spicy thickness around an enveloping spice and a crazy, crazy amount of vanilla and white oud. White oud is one of these notes that I've yet to see done perfectly, but this is as close to perfect as I have found it. It's charred wood. That's what I'm trying to get out of my mind to state to you. It's that smoky, opulent feel of a room filled with beautiful, beautiful woods, vanilla spice, and the white oud is one that is just so encompassing of a luxury statement in a fragrance. It's perfect for autumn evenings when you want to make a statement with a gourmand leaning scent that has a whisper and it has this mysterious feel to it, because the feel, as I state again, the white oud, the way it comes into this fragrance, along with a little bit of a sleight of hand herbaceous note to it, it smells phenomenally rich, like a cognac is in this one as well, like a slight booze of cognac spice. It does not state it in the note selection and note fact sheet, but you can smell the sexiness of a sweet, spicy rum or cognac. I'm leaning toward cognac because of the way the spice comes off. It's not as sweet as the rum sometimes come off. But if you've not gotten your nose on Chiron by the house of Tiziana Terenzi, I suggest you do. They have it at Saks Fifth Avenue, and I believe they have it at Neiman Marcus. It is one of the sexiest masculine leaning vanillas that you will find on the market. Actually, I've smelled so many, we all have, but when it comes to this particular scent, it's one that is not like the others. It's that white oud. So get your nose on this one. Like I said, this is Chiron from the house of Tiziana Terenzi. Next up on the list, let's talk about a scent from the house of Laboratorio Olfativo. This is Vanagloria. Vanagloria, this is a vanilla like a reborn reverence type of vanilla. This is one that has Dominique Ropillon built all over it. You know, his signature, his print is all over it. It is built on an incense drenched in the vanilla with this smoky resinous vibe that is creating something more, I'll say, it's more liturgical than it is almost sacred, I would say, the way this one is built, because you smell that church vibe on it and you smell the vanilla spice. It almost comes off more gourmand than any other in my list. I say almost because the saving grace is this pineapple inside of it. It would also lend to a gourmand feel, but it's more of this citrus tonality to it that comes off that you don't expect from something this rich in vanilla, spices, and woods. I'd say, like I said, I imagine cathedral incense burning, vanilla incense burning. It's glowing, it's seductive, it's light paired with frankincense, and that's exactly what it is, that different juxtaposition of light and smoke. It is an intellectual fragrance. I say that, of course, I've said that many times when I've talked about this particular scent, because it's deeply sensual. It's one that when you're thinking of a vanilla for men, this is a man's vanilla, a thinking man's vanilla. This is Laboratorio Olfativo's Vanagloria. Get your nose on that. This is one of the sexy Dominique Ropillon vanillas. If you are looking for one, this is one to get your nose on. The second one on the list. Next up, let's talk about the modern titan of vanilla, Babycat. Smoky, incense, suede, is sexy labdanum in this one. The pepper in this one is intertwined with the vanilla that is one that creates one of the smoothest, most sensual, and urbane signature scents that you could put on during the fall when you're looking for vanilla fragrance. Puts a smile on my face every time I put it in my hand. Babycat feels like a glass of smoked spice rum, more rum than cognac of the Chiron. Babycat, it feels like just this sexy Parisian vanilla scent. It's a Parisian jazz lounge. It's where the smoke curls around you when you're smoking your cigar. You got the laissez-faire feel of just sitting back in plush leather couches. You know, you got the actual pastries around you, the decadence of the hall, the decadence of the room, the decadence of your fragrance, the decadence of your lifestyle, the coolness. Use this one. That's an effect that I'm trying to put into your mind. You are in your most laid back mindset. You are in your most seductive mindset. You are on the prowl. You are smelling sexy. You are wearing the scent of Babycat from the house of YSL. Sexy vanilla spices. One that just comes in and fills a room with your sillage and projection and just smells ultimately sexy with that smoky labdanum leather feel and the vanilla. Sexy as all ever. When it comes to this list, it's at the midpoint, but it's not mid-tier. It is a very, very sexy fragrance that has earned a reputation in the community for what it does, and it does just that. It is attractive, alluring, and seductive, spicy, Parisian-style vanilla. Get your nose on Babycat. Just going through this, boy oh boy do I have a list here for you guys. If you have not gotten your nose on each and every one of these fragrances, my suggestion is just do your best to go into Saks or Neiman's to get your nose on as many of these as you can that's in the actual department stores. Find a local niche store or do yourself a favor and get a decant shop or a scent split of these particular scents. Each one of these 12, possibly 13 fragrances in this list are just head-turning stunners when you want a vanilla fragrance. They all have a different type of vanilla and they all have a different type of essence around it as a supporting character. But when you talk about these scents, they are all sexy, spicy vanilla fragrances for men to wear in the autumn season, autumnal weather. It just smells great. Something like I'm wearing right now with the denim jacket, you can't go wrong. And so with this one, this is Annie from the house from Nishane. Nothing new, I'm telling you. Vanilla that is dynamite. Annie is green, it's sexy cardamom, it's spicy, it's citrusy, and then it unfurls to this beautiful, powerful, creamy vanilla heart. After you go through those spices, it is the most extroverted vanilla in this set of fragrances that I have right now. It's assertive, it's playful, and it's slightly dangerous when you wear this one because of the seduction behind this one. Man, it is one that carries and walks with a big stick. When you're wearing anything like Annie in the autumn, it's like sliding through the city at the nighttime point where you got your collar popped, you got your leather jacket on, even your denim like I just stated, and the air is buzzing with anticipation around you. Everyone's singing a good tune, the glasses are clanking, the lights are shining, and intimacy is what you want from someone at the bar. You want to hold someone's hand or even just meet someone new. The scent of Annie, that's the one for you. Get your nose on Annie from the house of Nishane. Like I said, green, spicy cardamom, and one of the most seductive vanillas. This one is done by Cecile Zarokian. You've heard her name before. She makes bangers, and this one is definitely one of her top 5. Next up, let's talk about a vanilla here that at times it's fluctuated in my actual collection as a vanilla fragrance to my nose or a tobacco fragrance to my nose. Lately, over the time and me period of smelling very sexy, authentic vanillas and then smelling some of the different tobaccos, this one is leaning toward more of a vanilla fragrance for me. It may even be maceration, but I'll tell you this is where vanilla marries tobacco. It is a hushed, commanding tone of two of the best notes in perfumery. Then you kick it in with a bit of cinnamon and pepper, adding to the heat, adding to the seductivity, adding to what it is here that is sexual. But the vanilla, here is softened by its pipe tobacco, the cherry pipe tobacco that is something utterly addictive. To me, here it is the gentlemanly smoke fragrance, cigar lounge, cigar bar. It is one that you can wear to a hookah lounge, one that you can wear to a lounge or club, one that you can wear in any extrovert situation when you go out on the town. This is vanilla, this is silky smoothness, this is bespoke jacket, this is cardigan, this is blazer, this is sports coat, this is even laid back autumn wear when you're talking about a silk, or not silk, but a cashmere jogging suit. Head turner, head stunning perfume from the house of PDM. Gentlemen, like I said, banger after banger. Now, the godfather of luxury vanilla fragrances is on the list. This is coming in at just number 7. Here it is, the opulent, dark spiced tobacco dripping in excess. This is the dried fruits, tobacco, and vanilla combined into something just as sexy and baroque. This is the autumn feasting. You got the sexiness of figs, you got the sexiness of brandy, tobacco leaves, golden vanilla dripping and rolling in abundance in this particular scent. And it is one of the best that has a fragrance that announces itself in capital letters: Tom Ford, sexy, tobacco vanille. This is, like I said, coming at number 7, so just imagine 6 through 1. Sexy, spicy, one of the best that ever do it. One of the king makers to vanilla and tobacco fragrances in the community. This is one of the best. These are all tremendous fragrances when it comes to spices of vanilla in a fragrance. Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. If you've not gotten your nose on this one, once again, go find you one of the samples out there, because this is truly a DNA defining fragrance. Get your nose on it. Next up, let's talk about the shimmering gilding of vanilla in a sexy floral brightness and sparkling fruity surrounded by vanilla fragrance that is elevated in rarefied air in my opinion because of its luxury appeal. This one is Brompton Immortals from the house of Nihilo. This here is one of the most exclusive ones because it's a Harrods exclusive. But I say this and suggest this. If you can find a way to smell this fragrance without blind buying it by getting a sample from someone here in Americas, or even if you travel to London, you just have to get your nose on what it is that they've done with Nihilo. This is one that is a precise blend of sexy florals, spices, and tobacco. Perfect blending over one of the sexiest, smoothest vanillas that you could ever have. If you're talking about going to an autumn gala and you want to wear something of a tailored suit or a tuxedo, outside of just this one and one more I got on this list, these are the perfect vanilla fragrances for a black tie affair. Think of this one as high jewelry in vanilla form in the lineup. Brompton Immortals, man, it's one. Nihilo is quickly climbing the ladder for me. Is one of the best fragrance houses when it comes to spices, vanilla. These particular DNAs where they're using heady spices and florals with vanilla in their compositions while being light and ethereal feeling Parisian fragrances. I'm very much so feeling the vibe of what Nihilo is doing, and this here, Brompton Immortals, and just wait till I get the irreverence in front of you. That's a whole different story. This is Brompton Immortals, spicy florals, hint of vanilla, not even a hint, a dollop and dash of vanilla spice. You know, this is just sexy, appealing, high jewelry, like I stated, in perfumery. Next up on the list, minimalist elegance. This one here is powdery vanilla at its finest. Two powerhouse notes. Like here you had tobacco and vanilla. Here you have iris and vanilla. But don't let the iris muskiness and aldehydic feel of that fool you. This is truly one of the best masculine leaning vanillas that you will find, especially when you're trying to get the elegant feel. This one here is crisp. Its tailored effect is just truly magnetic for a black tie affair, just like I just mentioned in the previous Brompton Immortals. Imagine stepping into a nice Parisian opera house, a house with black tie attire, where the vanilla in this one is just smooth as satin and it'll peel the sheens off the blazer that you have on. Is just as magnetic as this scent is. It's one that has walking through a room in your desire. Low chandeliers, white tablecloths, round tables, seating 6. This is the one that you wear to that particular event. This is the one that is the most subtle yet seductive and devastatingly chic fragrances, luxury fragrances when it comes to vanilla. Get your nose on black tie from the house of Celine. Next on the list, Grand Soir from Mason Francis Kurkdjian. Banger after banger after banger. This one, intense vanilla amber wrapped in resins that create a fragrance that feels like a golden cloak over your entire body, over the entire scenario that you're in. It is not just vanilla though. It's vanilla. It is sexy. It is sensual, radiant spices that you just have to have on your body, and then this sweet benzoin, which is the resin feeling of this one. It's the twilight in the bottle. It's the sex appeal in the bottle. It's sensual, like I said, sensual and radiant. This one is one of my favorite fragrances. Some people say that they don't jive with it. Some people, it evokes something of less than a grand fragrance. For me, Grand Soir is an apropos name for this one. Autumn scents that have been created for this time, this autumnal season. Grand Soir is one of the very best in my opinion. The way it sits on my skin and radiates that warm amber glow, vanilla glowing like no other. It's ambers, and at the end of the night, it's one that's going to get panties dropping. Not a term I use often, but simply said and simply put, it is one of those particular fragrances that does the job proficiently. Grand Soir, resinous, spicy, benzoin-driven vanilla that is just sexy as ever. Get your nose on Grand Soir, fellas. Next on this list, Roja Parfums and Nigga Parfum. Pick this up. You guys know I'm just going to use this fragrance as one of my pinpointing fragrances for the autumn and winter this year. It's going to show up in multiple lists, so you might get tired of me talking about it, but here it is. Vanilla. It takes a secondary role in nothing to this other than maybe the tobacco and maybe the cognac, but that's just the supporting characters that make that vanilla sing the song that it does. It's spicy, but it's one that has this vitality to it and its smoothness to it. While it is sweetened by the booziness of the cognac and tobacco, the vanilla is everything in this particular scent. Enigma is a mahogany study-filled jazz hall that just has crystal tumblers all around you, shaking the glasses. Whispers are coming through. Someone's tapping you on your shoulder, telling you how good you smell, how good you look, and low voices all around you. This is vanilla, but it is not sugary. It is sexy and seductive. It is mature. It is confident, and it is liquid sophistication. That's why it's on this list at number 11. Banger. Get your nose on it. I don't want to preach it and talk about this any more than I need to. You know about this one. This is one of the top fragrances in the collection when it comes to the scent of vanilla. And last but not least, when it comes to hitting the ball out of the ballpark, you have a fragrance here by the House of Cartier. The Dark Horse. The oud here is legendary. The vanilla here is even more legendary. This one is an oud that lends gravitas to you, while the vanilla, it rounds out this smoothness of oud that is one of the best I've smelled. The oud in here, yes, it's dark, yes, it's dank, yes, it's a little bit of the animalic oud, but over that smooth, spicy, sweet, warm vanilla. It is an exotic blend that you will find nowhere else. I've tried, trust me, I've tried to smell this fragrance before purchasing it because I had smelled it and had the oud and amber in my collection, then the oud and oud, and then the oud and santal. And I said, you know what, I want to just concentrate on those and I'll try to find one. And I went through at least 30 more fragrances from the highest to the lowest to find this particular scent profile, and could not. I had to go ahead and buy the bottle. This one, like walking through autumn at dusk in one Central Park. The leaves are turning orange and red. The scenery is one of the best autumnal seasons. You have the cool chill of the nights, the warmth of the fires. This is sexy, and this is just that. It's spices, resinous that linger around and mingle around a warm vanilla that is just sexy with its sweetness. It's powerful, it's enigmatic, and it is entirely intoxicating. Get your nose on the scent of Oud Vanille from the House of Cartier. You have to be one who enjoys oud in its most, I would say, mysterious form. You cannot enjoy oud as a background player, and you cannot enjoy oud that does not have that little bit of an animalic funk to it. You have to enjoy the oud that way that you have in your collection and understand what it is and does on the skin to create the carnal nature of a sexy fragrance. And if you do, get your nose on Oud Vanille from the House of Cartier. Ladies and gentlemen, these 12 vanillas are not just cupcake perfumery. You know how I hate that. These are liquid gold. These are ones with dense, resinous, and intoxicatingly seductive scent trails. Each and one of these is one that transforms a vanilla note, a vanilla sensuality into something more elemental, something smoky, something boozy, and something slightly leathery when you put it on your skin. So when you want to talk about things that have a little bit of a sacred touch to it, go with the Babycat and go with the Vanagloria. They have that little bit of an incense profile. If you want to talk about something more exotic, go with the Oud Vanille and the Ani, which are more seductive, resinous, and vibrant scent profiles that has a little bit of exotic spice or exotic oud inside them. As you step into autumn 2025, let your vanilla speak for you, fellas. Let your vanilla talk that talk, because it's not just sugary on us. It's one of the profiles that it's a fire-lit leather, a whiskey, and a legacy. Choose your weapons wisely, fella. These incense-lit things like Babycat, the booziness and embrace of Enigma, the holy smoke of Vanagloria, like I stated, all liquid gold, all liquid ambers, all liquid profiles of sexy, sexy, sexy vanilla. Fellas, remember, always, 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 scent is memory, collecting is legacy, and community is culture, and we here at the Dry Down, we are the culture. Until next time, you guys have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.